Hey friends, it's your girl Nicolee and I'm welcoming you to a very special Srtv production. Today we will be celebrating the birthday of the man who is responsible for the brand Srtv, Shane. And he's actually celebrating his 35th birthday today, and we will be chatting with him a little bit to find out a little bit about Srtv. Srtv is something, of course, he would have launched last year around the same time for his birthday. So we will be finding out a little bit about, the past year and what it has been like for him and Srtv. So Shane, happy birthday, first of all,
Thanks.
to you on behalf of myself, the entire family, and of course all your viewers, because I'm sure everybody would be wishing you happy birthday by now.
Definitely, and some good greetings today.
Wonderful. So let's talk about Srtv. And it's something that you would have launched last year around this time for your birthday. Tell me what the past year has been like for you.
Well, business-wise, really and truly, I can't complain. But it's not that I was expecting as it relates to the amount of funerals we have done. Um, I know I was looking forward to more probably events, more indoor concerts, but I mean that's just how it go. And well, we are here today. So I must say, for the past year, I think it was a success to me.
Given the fact that you took a daring chance to launch Srtv in the midst of a pandemic, thinking, oh, well, of course, Srtv would be covering events, these things that you were accustomed to before. And you went into the pandemic and you launched Srtv, and then it wasn't what you expected, but it was a positive turnout.
Yeah, definitely. Something positive. So I can't really actually I can't complain. And the most we could do is just move forward and go from here on.
Right. So at the very start of the launch of Srtv, you would have put out a series, Carnival Lockdown. Now, that's something I was actually looking forward to
Yeah.
every week because I thought that it was, one-on-one, things weren't happening in the entertainment industry,
Yeah.
but there you were putting artists and those persons who would have been part of the industry out there. So tell me a little bit about Carnival Lockdown, where the idea came from, and how that entire transition was.
Honestly, if I have to speak about where the idea came from, I think everything just happened and flew. From the beginning, we opened with GI,
Right?
um, and then we didn't just feature singers
Yes.
alone. I mean, R.I.P. to Wills. We had
Yes.
Wills as one of the guests, and I was extremely happy to host him and to get some insights on his feedback on COVID itself, and in relation to some questions I would have asked him. What are some of the bands you would have represented or played as a musician?
Well, I started off in 1986 with Bina Sangeet, which was my dad was
Inception.
A part. Yeah. I was with Triveni for 14 years, and the Beam and the Beamers for 4, and currently a member of Delina Dan.
I must say R.I.P. to Wills. He's not here with us anymore. I definitely miss him. I would have say what, 12 o'clock midnight. He would have been the first to write on my wall on Facebook or message and or even call. He's not here with us anymore. It's good to know that I have that interview today. But
Yes.
Carnival Lockdown, all in all, was a suck. There's no time ever in media I ever thought about hosting or going in front of the camera, interacting. But I realized that's what I wanted. That's the look and that's the sound, my natural voice. That's what I wanted for the show, and I think it turned out to be well. I don't think I have the time to focus to do another.
And this was going to be my question. Are we going to see part two, given the amount of funerals that you have on a daily basis, if you would be able to fit in Carnival Lockdown too?
I don't think I could see it happening. Honestly, I don't think I could see it happening. The work behind it, and then I think there are other platforms. It's good to know that. I mean, speaking, bridging from the successor Carnival Lockdown now.
Yes.
When we look at social media and we look at television, I think there are other shows. I think other social media pages. They have some form of how they interact with the entertainment, whether
Yes.
it's reaching out to the artists or virtually, as we may say. So I think it's good to see that. So I would like to see, honestly, I wouldn't mind in Carnival 2022, God spare life, I wouldn't mind to sit down and rock back and see somebody take up that mantle, say, you know, they want to host, they want to do something.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind looking at something like that. But to say me, in respect to doing something on my own, nah, I don't have that time.
All right. So, of course, SRTV 1 year, you know, nothing is perfect. So, of course, you would have had some challenges along the way. What are some of those challenges that you would have had along the way?
Challenges. I mean, starting off as we were talking about funerals just
Yes.
now. The first 5 or 6 funerals we did, my grandmother was one of those funerals. We had to do that. We started live streaming, then getting over that and thinking, well, it's over and things finished. I would have lost one of my uncle, and then about a week or 2 weeks after my uncle's funeral, then came Will's. That crush, that it wasn't a nice thing. And I mean, all in all, that has taught me to look at life really different, and to to accept life and to appreciate life more. And it was challenging. It was challenging to me if I have to speak about challenges.
So SRTV again started in the midst of a pandemic, and where even mainstream media has been suffering a serious blow in terms of advertising and sponsorships, and you've been able to do it without advertising and sponsorship. Tell me about that.
I think when you mean like do it without sponsorship,
Well,
like
launch go out there, put out your products, your markets, everything. Sometimes out of pocket you would have had to cover costs for your crew, things like that. And
speaking about sponsorship, I must say special thanks and shout out to United Trucking. They would have been one of the first to jump on board with sponsors. For me, they were a major part of Carnival lockdown. Yeah, well, I never really advertised much on social media. I would have advertised prior to, but since the funeral stuff, I think the way bookings has gone along. If I really advertise, I don't think I will have enough time or enough space to handle the demands. Because things I never really advertise, and things just fairly good. Now, I mean, this is not something that we would have just jumped into because it's a pandemic and say, hey, let me come back camera day. Them people making some money. Let me try that too. This is, I mean, I've been into broadcasting. This year was 10 years.
yes,
it's something that we literally sat. We talked about with the crew. We assigned different roles and responsibilities. Runs wasn't even part of the team, but he has come along well and he has been an asset. I mean, he has surprised me as well too, the interest he has shown, and it's just a plus to the team and the way things. He fit in, is a perfect fit for me at the right time. I mean, it's not that we had jobs every day, at a constant rate, but it's just enough to keep somebody going, that kind of thing. So I mean, things has gone really, things have just fell into place. It's nothing we never really rush or to push up to or to force ourselves into or anything. I mean, we didn't even have to advertise, and we had funeral homes, and just 1, 2, probably about 4, 5, if I check correct runs, about 5 funeral homes connected us. So jobs will come. They will send jobs, and we have a good relationship with all these funeral homes. And each funeral we do, we will check back with the client itself to make sure everything was fine, everything was good. So it's not just something we just get up and do and we go to make a day work. I mean, it might look like it's nothing like looking forward to somebody dying or waiting for somebody to. I mean, if we do it, somebody will do it. And looking at it from a business perspective, right? If we do it, somebody will do it. But it's not just a hustle and a gap. These boys, I mean, the passion and the pride they take in showing, sometimes I know wrong sash, we make it your business. If a client need a link, she would organize the links. Sometimes she link with the clients. So then runs know his part, runs know what thing sometimes they will go on stream. I mean, sometimes we have more than one stream at the same time. Revon will go on one, runner will go on one. So I think everything has fell into place in respect to this, and I think we have that covered. Just recently we did a pilot for a live show to come on board.
right.
Yeah, so most likely that would be streamed on our platforms as well as the public media. It's something we're definitely looking forward to. I mean, this pilot was a success.
Right.
And, everything went good with us. So it's just about the sponsors finalizing everything. I mean, you and I would have spoken about some
projects,
as well as something I'm
Yes.
looking forward to. I don't know how we will balance it with
And this is what I'm going to
live
ask
streaming
you.
and production.
Are we going to be expanding SRTV, to meet the demands? If the demands continue to increase, would we be seeing an expansion of SRTV?
Yeah, well, I think at some point in time, it's not something I just rush it. I mean, we have sometimes when if we say like we hands too full, we have Arnold from Focus. Arnold is one of the guys who was one of the first person to reach out to me when I started SRTV. Kishan from the Media Concept team. I mean, I had to say a big thank you and a big shout out. I really appreciate what Kishan. I mean, Kishan literally manages most of these funerals for me.
Right.
So he will liaise with the client, he will send back stuff. So most of the times I just have to put gears in place, organize the link and send it. So Kishan plays a really big role in this live streaming setup as well. And well, we have Dwight, Richmond say flat, he not shooting no funeral. Right, I respect that. So, I just try to, Richmond will fall in with the production and he will help and he will go all out. Just recently we did something for the Kaliatra.
Right.
That was a 3-day program and, I called it, I said, Richmond, I say the mindset and with all this funeral and this, I say, he's the perfect person for this. And, Richmond went and I told her, I said, yo, so and so this, and, Richmond, and he organized and he assisted with the editing and things. So I think things just fall into place when you have the right people around.
Yes.
and the right team and Dwight. I mean, I look, Dwight is a person I literally happy. Dwight is part of the team, but he work, he do other stuff, and I mean he really
has
put
some
out
fantastic drone shots
exactly,
as well.
and then the ideas, and sometimes Dwight, he will push me and he will encourage me, boy, why you do this, why you do that, so literally the team around, even when it comes to equipment and stuff, and Sash will be like,
important thing for a good team,
I say, Gil, me ready to spend all the money, and then Sash, she and Ronna, they will link and they will organize stuff, and so it's really a good thing going on. I am happy to know that and I mean others could take a page out of this, and although nothing happen in the right, in everything happen in the right time. Is, as I say, it's not we just jumped into and we just started overnight, and things will just fall into place at the right time once you have the right people around you.
Not people like me who would call you on the last minute for a job.
No, well, talking about you, we still have we still had like with the scrap
news.
yeah, we started something last year.
Yes.
We had that going, and then this year.
And with those you were able to work magic, because I mean sometimes it's like call you Monday and we say, oh, we want it for Thursday, so yes, we had you
at this point in
and
time
you were able to deliver.
I don't think I could do those kind of magics at this point in time.
So many of you may not have known, but Shane was also the recipient of an award this year from chutneymusic.com for his video productions. So Shane, tell us about the video productions, because I know you have been doing video productions and I've seen you stepping up your game from where you were to where you are now, and I know it will continue to improve.
Yeah, definitely.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Honestly, I wasn't aware of the that there was even a competition going on, and then Ronna drew it to my attention. And when at the first point we were 82%, so I was like, I say, well, I mean, this is something we never campaign, we never tag anybody on Facebook. I don't even think it was like we can sponsor and you can buy vote. So honestly, nothing like that. It was just like on that specific channel or how the views went and how it was measured. I think so. I mean, all in all, not to be too swell-headed about what, I mean, it's something as an achievement at the end of the day that will go down, for me, something that I would be able to look back at. So, I mean, definitely I'm happy. I mean, respect to music videos, I'm taking it at a different level. Yeah, I like different stuff, different things, different creativity, I mean, it's just me. The way how I do things and how I want things my way. I mean, sometimes with wanting things my way, try to give the artist what they want as well. But the difference in the creativity is something that I always stress on and look forward to doing.
Right. So let's talk about 2022 with SRTV. Now, first things first, going into 2022, there's the possibility of a carnival. So of course there are going to be events, but then we still have the funerals that you have to deal with. So how are you, did you think about, okay, 2022, if there are events, how I'm going to do this in addition to funerals and stuff like that?
Yeah, something that we have been discussing with the team, with the crew. You know, I reached out to a couple of guys, you know, in case, you know, things, they wouldn't be guys that, you know, that will be the permanent faces or the permanent fixers, but definitely they would be there if, you know, the call upon us, you know, where we need that certain amount of extra hand, you know, so, I mean, just as we will call on people, there are people that will call on us to, you know, to do stuff for them as well. So, you know, it's a hand-in-hand kind of thing.
What else do you have planned for SRTV in 2022?
Definitely, nothing planned to say as like I just looking forward to better things, one step at a time. You and I would have discussed some plans that let's say, you know, we get the green light going.
Yes.
So probably concerts. I mean, you and I would have some plans in respect to the entertainment side. Just don't call my last minute because I might get some costs.
Normal thing.
Right. So yeah, that is about it.
So Shane, we know that you're not the only person out there on the market doing the same type of work that you're doing. So tell me a little bit about the competition, what you think about it, competition out there with other persons who are doing the same thing.
I don't really study competition. At the end of the day, if something is working for you, that's the thing with social media. You know, back then,
yes,
20, 30 years ago, if something working for you, people would have hardly been aware of it or hardly have an idea of it. But now people could just look at, follow you, just follow you, literally follow you, follow your statuses on Facebook, and they will know what is going on for you, and they will want to. I mean, it's not something that you can get away from. Now, if it is I want to study, well, okay, if I want to focus much on competition now, that's all right, but I'm not going to do this one, go see that. How it is, I will present this product to my clients by hiding it from them. I mean, social media, sell everything. So at the end of the day, I have to sell, I have to produce my work, I have to show my work on social media. So definitely I can see, well, you know, look at if somebody may take my idea or somebody may follow me or somebody, it's not something, I mean, as much as these things may exist, it's something that I has put past me or behind me. It's not something that will bother me or get to me, that kind of thing. I just believe in doing things my own way, and whatever I'm comfortable with, and I pray a lot, and you know, so things, that's how things literally work for us.
And as the old people say, everybody had to live,
everybody had to live.
Yes. And of course, Shane, my final question to you. Now, you know, I'm a social media person, so I see everything on social media. And I've seen you taking photos and videos behind the scene stuff at the temple, the Triveni Mandir, dressed up in a very nice outfit. Tell me a little bit about that, and of course your drums. And I know that you've been into drumming for quite some time. So tell us a little bit about that, because we know that there's something happening.
Well, during the pandemic itself, I started, you know, I had some time think about things that I really wanted to do outside and away from work itself, and you know, this specific song came to mind. It was just
a song.
Yes, a song.
Right.
Just humming, and you know, I decided to not just make it a song, but a project.
Namaste Narsingaya. Namaste Narsingaya. Prahlad Ladayine. Prahlad Ladayine. Hiranya Kashipur Vakshaha. Narsinga Parato Narsinga Parato Narsinga Yato नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपदे तव करकमलवरे नाकाम् अभूतशृङ्गा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृत नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तव करकमलवरे नाकाम् अभूतशृङ्गा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृत नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवधृत नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवधृत नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Lazy man who bring me here. If it wasn't for he, this video wasn't going to be completed. I would have said, but you forget that bad weather and all these set of things. I lost a card. Sapna, you know which part your footage is. I lost drive. But this man here encouraged me. He said, boy, let me go, boy, we'll get through. Lazy man here responsible for this video being completed.
Wow. So tell us a little bit about this video.
Well, as I say, when this song is something that I wanted to do, and I wanted to play drum.
Right.
And this song is, you know, the love and the feeling and the vibes, and the coolness of playing the drum, you know, listening to the song like over and over, is something that I wanted to do. And you know, I reached out to Wizzy. You know, Wizzy assisted with the production,
Right.
getting the production done. And you know, it wasn't easy. I mean, with the pandemic, because this
Right.
literally started just as COVID began. You know, so that's like 2020, in 2021 heading into 2022. So, you know, I reached out to BC, and, you know, I reached out, you know, Shringa, the lead vocals.
Right.
And, you know, Devanan was, you know, Devanan gave this positive vibe and this energy from then, and then, you know, this miserable little Sapna Sipol, you know, she didn't turn me down. Sapna literally had to commit to her, to sacrifice her lunch hour. You know, during the pandemic, Sapna had to sacrifice her lunch hour to come to put down vocals. And it's not something that, it's not a song that Sapna would have sung or be familiar with.
Right.
And I said, Gil, just learn the song, these words,
Yes.
whatever. And, you know, Sapna just came into the studio in no time, and she put down the vocals with ease. We didn't have no issues with that. And then, well, Devanan came and did his thing. And the last but not least, I have to mention Vani, who nobody never heard of, who known
Right.
of. But Vani did part in the song, and, you know, her vocals was like amazing. Vani, somebody that, you know, I knew Vani from a baby.
Right.
And looking at her growing up and having the opportunity to work on this project with her, it's something, you know, I'm really happy for her. Vani's dad and mom were like parents to us, you know, at one point in time. And her dad, you know, he took some time, you know, in my teen days, you know, trying to teach us to play the drum itself. You know, so I'm really happy that I was able to put this production. I want to say is, well, it's definitely the first, but not the last. You know, I have plenty of friends in the Hare Krishna movement, and
Right.
you know, I will be doing stuff with them, you know, from time to time. So, you know, and this was just the first, and this is how I wanted to do it. I want to say thanks to Dwight for the, you know, Dwight, again, the aerial
Yes.
shots. I mean, it's just not just one attempt. We had a couple attempts. You know, the weather was a factor, the sunset was a factor. You know, the
Timing.
timing, and then Dwight, you know, Dwight busy. Dwight have a lot of stuff going on.
Plus SRTV
Yes,
team
plus
busy.
SRTV team busy, and you know, well, the funeral bosses, Rivon
Yes.
and Runner, you know, the doctors in part of this production as well, you know, with the timing. You know, I want to say shout out to a little, you know, little Eden. He's a little, you know, Eden reached out to us
Right.
via social media, and you know, he's like, you know, he was with us part from time to time. Well, now we have the holidays going on, you know, so
Yes.
Eden, you know, with us up and down. So, you know, we really have a nice thing going on, and I want to say thanks to everyone who was part of this production, as I started from Wizzy, go right back to Shringa, to Vani, Devanan, yeah, and basically everybody was part of it. You know, thanks to you, Nicole, all the time for the relationship we had, you know, as
10
this year,
years?
10 years, yeah, 10 years, you know, I started in media, and, you know, me and you, we always had that friendship.
Yes.
We would always talk outside of work, you know, I could call you, Nicole, I want to do this, we think about this.
Yes.
You know, you would assist me with ideas, you know, and you know, it's something that really, I mean, that level of professionalism we have going on, I just want to say, I look forward to that, you know, more and more
Definitely.
as time goes along.
So before we go, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Not much. I think we would have covered everything. Runs off camera, just not to tell him, the sweating was a challenge. in the
video?
Yeah, in the temple, in the video, no, that was a challenge. You know, so hey, big up to Lils and Tars. I sure you know they're watching. You know, they locked on. They, you know, they always sometimes when Lils up here, she will
Your
see
big
how
supporters.
she will see. Oh God, she is over half it hard. I said, well, Sasha, I can tell you that. So you know, you have to see on your own when you come up by yourself. Now, you know, she will organize. She will help with breakfast and stuff, and you know, she will take care of me. You know, mommy always call to check up and make sure it's as big as, you know, as old as I is. You know, check up on the, make sure we with vitamins and tablets and being safe, and
Yes.
you know, my Uncle Bash, Uncle Rajan, I runs dad, runs mom, Auntie Mala, everybody, all my aunts, my uncles, everybody who thinks our family. You know, I mean, SRTV, all in all, is not just the front of us.
Immediate
it's just,
family.
I mean,
It's
the family,
like
you know,
extended.
we have a family thing going on. Rivon, you know, his side of
Yes.
family, you know, we had a kind of understanding, you know, so. And I also thank Sash, thanks for the buff up. I also want to thank each and everyone, you know, for viewing, you know, thanks for staying connected, thanks for, I mean, I spoke about family just now, thanks
Yes.
to the friends. I have a lot of friends on,
Yes.
on social media that looks out for SRTV, and, you know, that make recommendation to SRTV.
And like
you
to
know,
read your Facebook stats as well.
yeah, you know, I want to say thanks to each and everyone. Season's greetings from the whole SR team. You know, Sasha's argued with me sometimes. I say she can't make up she mind if she were digital or if she were TV. The other day she
Yes.
pull up contract book and all kind of thing. You know, so I want to say season greetings to each and every one. Ronald say he gonna make me and Sasha auntie and uncle. So all your laters, we gone. All you be safe out there, no matter what you're doing, you know, whatever friends and family like going, might just remember COVID is real, COVID is out there. So all you be safe, please. Just be safe. I think I lost, I don't want to even go back to 2021 and how much people I lost. I can't even face that in 2022. So everybody just be safe out there. So let me go and have some drinks, some eats, and well, Sash, me and you go, our